Imagine this, there's a simple daily habit, something almost anyone can do that supports your heart health, improves sleep, reduces chronic pain, and even helps your muscles recover after training. And the best part? It requires almost no willpower, no sweating, no equipment, just water. It sounds too good to be true, but growing scientific research actually supports it. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most underrated habits for modern life, hot water bathing. I'm Minato from Tokyo, and I explore habit formation and exercise science simply out of personal interest. Humans have used heat and hot springs for thousands of years. But only recently has modern research begun explaining why these traditional practices actually work. Before we dive in, I want to make one thing very clear. Hot bathing does not replace exercise. Nothing replaces the benefits of moving your body. But when you're too busy, too stressed, too tired, or recovering from injury, hot bathing can act as an effective plan B and a powerful supplement to your existing routine. So let's break this down, step by step. Most people think the difference between a shower and a bath is just temperature, but that's not really the case. The real magic comes from something called hydrostatic pressure. When you sit in water deep enough to reach your shoulders, the water presses gently on your entire body from all directions. This pressure pushes blood and fluids from your legs and abdomen back toward your chest. That extra blood returning to your heart triggers your body to activate your circulatory system, increasing stroke volume, slightly raising heart rate, and improving blood flow. This is also why many people feel the urge to pee after a bath. Your kidneys respond to this extra fluid by increasing filtration. And here's the interesting part. Even though you're doing nothing, just sitting still, your cardiovascular system is getting a mild workout. Not the same as real exercise, but still a meaningful stimulus. A shower simply can't recreate this effect. Now, how strong is this effect really? A controlled study published in the Journal of Physiology looked at people who were sedentary. For 8 weeks, they took hot baths 4 to 5 times per week. Each session lasted about an hour at around 40.5 degrees Celsius. At the end of the study, the results were clear. Their blood vessels became more flexible and more responsive. Their arterial stiffness, a major cardiovascular risk factor, went down. And their systolic blood pressure dropped slightly. Again, this doesn't mean bathing equals aerobic exercise. It simply shows that passive heat exposure can support vascular health in meaningful ways. So while bathing doesn't replace running, it can certainly complement it. Now, let's talk about something athletes always want to know. Should you use heat or cold after exercise? For decades, the standard advice has been cold exposure, ice baths, cold plunges. And that advice is still useful. Cold is great when your goal is immediate pain reduction or when you have a competition the next day. But newer studies tell a more complete story. A 2024 study in Medicine and Science in Sports found that heat actually helped athletes recover explosive power better than cold when measured 48 hours after intense training. Why? Because heat boosts blood flow, delivering more oxygen and nutrients to your muscles and clearing out metabolic waste more efficiently. So here's the rule of thumb. If you need quick pain relief, go cold. If you want long-term progress and muscle adaptation, go warm. Both have their place. It depends on your goal. Chronic pain, especially lower back pain, stiff shoulders, and tension is incredibly common. And while heat therapy has been used for centuries, more recent research is confirming its benefits. A 2021 study following individuals with chronic lower back pain found that short daily sessions in natural hot springs helped many participants experience lower pain levels, improved sleep, and better mobility. It's important to be honest though. Heat does not cure structural problems. It won't fix a herniated disc. But it can reduce the discomfort associated with these conditions, and that can significantly improve day-to-day life. Now, let's talk about sleep. One of the strongest findings in sleep science is that hot bathing improves sleep, but only if you time it correctly. A major review from the University of Texas at Austin looked at thousands of studies and found a clear pattern. Taking a hot bath about 9 minutes before bed can help you fall asleep faster and increase your amount of deep sleep. Why 90 minutes? Because your core body temperature naturally drops as your brain prepares for sleep. This drop signals to your body that it's time to wind down. A hot bath raises your core temperature, and then, after you get out, your temperature falls quickly. That steep drop helps trigger your natural sleep machinery. But if you bathe and go to bed immediately, your temperature is still too high. That often leads to tossing and turning, feeling too warm, and difficulty falling asleep. So remember the golden rule: warm bath 90 minutes before bed. It's backed by science. Now that we've covered the science, let's talk about how to actually use hot bathing in real life. Most research studies use long sessions, sometimes 40 or even 60 minutes in the water. But for everyday living, that's not realistic. So here are 3 simple and practical ways to turn hot bathing into a real habit. The first one is for better sleep and relaxation. The idea is very straightforward. Keep the water warm, around 40 to 41 degrees Celsius. Stay in the bath for about 15 to 20 minutes. And the most important part is timing. Do it about 90 minutes before you go to bed. Try to soak as deeply as you can, ideally up to the shoulders, so your whole body can benefit from the heat. Some people like to add Epsom salt. The science behind it isn't very strong, but many find it calming, so feel free to try it if you enjoy it. And make sure to drink a little water before and after your bath, because hot water can make you lose fluids without noticing. The second protocol is for people who train hard or want to recover after exercise. This one uses contrast bathing. You go into hot water for 3 minutes, then switch to cold water for 1 minute. You repeat this cycle 3 to 5 times. If you need to perform soon, maybe you have a game or a competition the next day, finish the last round with cold water. But if your goal is long-term progress and better training adaptation, then it's better to finish with heat. The third protocol is for long-term cardiovascular support. This is the routine version. Use warm water around 40 to 41 degrees Celsius. Stay in for 15 to 20 minutes. Do this 4 to 5 times a week and let the water reach at least your heart level or even your shoulders if possible. But there's one very important warning. If you have any kind of heart disease, especially heart failure, full body immersion can put extra stress on your heart. In that situation, it's safer to use waist-deep water and talk to your doctor before making this a regular habit. Before you make bathing a habit, keep these safety points in mind. Stand up slowly after the bath. Sudden changes in posture can make you dizzy or even cause fainting. Never bathe after drinking alcohol. Alcohol plus hot water can cause dangerous blood pressure drops. Pregnant individuals should keep water below 38 degrees and limit bathing to 10 minutes. People with diabetes or neuropathy should always measure water temperature with a thermometer because skin temperature sensing may be impaired. And here's a final cultural tip from Japan. If you've been outside in the cold, don't jump directly into a hot bath. Warm up at room temperature for 30 to 60 minutes first. Sudden temperature changes can stress your cardiovascular system. We often hear messages like, push harder, go faster, leave your comfort zone. And while it's true that growth requires challenge, recovery is just as important. Cold challenges your resilience. Heat restores your capacity. Hot bathing is one of those rare habits that is simple, sustainable, and high reward. It helps your body heal. It calms your nervous system. It supports your heart. It sets you up for deeper sleep. And perhaps most importantly, it gives you a moment of quiet in a hyper-connected world. Tonight, try it for yourself. 40 to 41 degrees, 15 to 20 minutes, 90 minutes before bed. And if you track your sleep with a smartwatch or ring, take a look at your data the next morning. You might be surprised by what changes. Your body is smarter than you think. Sometimes it just needs the right environment to do what it already knows how to do. I'm Minato, an engineer in Tokyo, exploring how training, habits, and science can help us live stronger, healthier lives. Thanks for watching. and I'll see you next Saturday.